The example here I'm going to use in this video is going to be the example of a basement stairway, and going to try and provide you with a few reasons why they come apart. Now, I went ahead and drew a couple of lines on the floor to provide you with a starting point of where the stringers would be, so that I could move one of them to the other side. Now, this isn't uncommon to have stair stringers move at the bottom of basement stairs, especially if they are not firmly attached to the floor somehow. Now, here you can see the tread actually will fall out of the slot or the groove that was cut into the stair stringer if the stair stringer moves enough. And this is probably going to be the biggest issue with this type of stairway, especially if they used undersized materials. It's not uncommon to find a stair stringer that was a 1x12. It might be 1 inch by 12 inches, but it's still not going to provide you with the best support for something like this. And I understand, a long time ago it worked, there wasn't a problem until it became a problem and these stairs fell apart, and then engineers and building designers, city planners said, hey, we can't have this anymore. We need to go to stronger materials. We need to use thicker materials that are going to last longer. Well, if you're one of the people who is stuck with this type of stairway, well, before they figured it out, you have to deal with the problem that wasn't figured out in time. Now, as I said, one of the biggest reasons for the stair treads eventually weakening and the stair stringer separating, and then of course the stair treads falling disconnecting, of course creating a safety hazard for anyone who is actually standing on it at the time when this does happen, is undersized materials that move too much. If I've walked up these stairways, and as you're stepping on each step, you're wondering if you're going to make it to the next step. And you've probably done the same before. And you step on it and the step flexes down. As you start to pull your foot up, it raises up. And you're just hoping to get up the stairway. Or it does that while it's moving from the right to the left. I have seen this plenty of times. Well, any movement, and this is the key here, any movement in a stairway over a long period of time, whether it's going to be from right to left or up and down, can, and I repeat, can, not always will, can actually loosen the nails up, can loosen the any of the connectors that were used to connect the tread to the stringer. And again, if this is glue, you're probably thinking, oh, wait a minute, they glued it, there should never be a problem. That's not going to be the case. Glue is usually something hard, and if you move the glue enough, eventually it's going to snap off. I'm not saying all the time, but the connectors are going to be doing a better job, in other words, than the glue will, in my opinion. So any movement is going to cause this, and of course, if the stair stringers are not connected to the floor. And again, this isn't uncommon to see a stairway going down to a basement, just sitting on top of a concrete floor or sitting on top of a dirt floor. It's not uncommon. These stairs will actually move over in time to the left or the right as you're using them, and they're moving. This will actually move the bottom. And then I've seen people just pull them back. So after a while, you have the stair moving over to the left, and then they pull it over to the right, and then now there's more movement going on. So movement is the number one reason why these stair stringers are going to come apart. And when I say that, I'm basing this off of the fact that the stairs were actually built correctly in the first place. If the stairs weren't built correctly in the first place, there could be a variety of different causes for this type of damage. For example, if the slot in the stair stringer isn't deep enough. And I've seen this. Let's just say that you have a slot that's 1/4 of an inch. Well, this isn't going to give you much padding or flexibility if this stringers actually move a little bit. You could have the stair steps fall apart even faster. If they are not firmly attached with nails, screws, or brackets, this could actually allow the stairs to the stringer to separate from the step also. Undersized materials, obviously. And I did have one other thought, but it is not coming to me directly, so we will have to pass on that one. So hopefully this gives you a better idea of why they come apart. I'd like to point out one more thing. If there are walls on one side or walls on both sides, if you have walls on both sides of the stairs, normally this isn't going to be a problem because it's going to allow you to attach the stringers to the walls and reduce the chances of it to move from the right to the left. Obviously, it's not going to reduce the chances of moving up and down, but it could from right to left. Don't be confused. I've seen it before where you have a wall on one side and the stringer doesn't move on this side and the other side is open. And you think, well, this would be the area where the treads will separate from the stringer. That's not always going to be the case. I've actually seen the movement on this side pull the treads out of the firmly secured stringer on the other side. So anyway, that's it for this video. I'm sure I have beat this one to death. If you like the video, don't forget to hit the old thumbs up button, and there will be a link here to the next video on some of the things you can do to make these repairs or eliminate this problem if you actually build this type of stairway.